Rain, chapter 21. Rain's nose. Ask a question. What about her nose? Does it work? Does it not work? Does it work really well? All dogs have smart noses, but Rain's must be especially smart. I think of the day she followed me through the hallways at school until she found me in Mrs. Cushell's room. Her nose had to sort through the smells of dozens of kids and teachers and choose just mine to track. I remember Parvati saying, "You're so lucky, Rose." She meant lucky to have Rain, a dog with such a smart nose. I can't eat the cereal my father fixes for me. I leave the table and stand at the front door again. "A watch pot never boils," says my father. He slurps some cereal and washes it down with warm Coke from a can. "What?" I say. "Never heard that expression? It means..." My father pauses. It means don't keep standing there. Rain will come back when she's ready." I turn around to face my father. "Rain has a smart nose," I tell him. "Ugh." "She does. Even if she got turned around in the storm, her nose will help her find her way home." "Okay then, come eat your breakfast." The day is long and dark. The rain stops falling and the wind stops blowing, but the sun doesn't come out. Our house is cold. My father puts on pants and a flannel shirt. He makes a fire in the wood stove. I think I would feel warmer if Rain were here. After breakfast, I ask if I can go outside and search for Rain. My father stands on the front porch and considers this. At last he says, "You can go outside, but don't leave our yard. There are power lines down and you could electrocute yourself. Don't go anywhere near the wires and don't go near any water either. You have no idea how powerful rushing water is." "Could Rain swim in it?" I ask. "In rushing water? Probably not." I walk all around our yard. I call, "Rain! Rain! Rain!" I have to step over branches and climb over fallen trees. No sign of Rain. I walk down the slope toward Head Road, but stop when I reach the water. The water in our yard is not moving fast, but I don't know how deep it is. The water by the road is moving fast. It's rushing, just like my father said. I throw a branch in and it disappears immediately. I don't see it again. I call for Rain, but the water is so loud I can barely hear my voice. I go back inside. My father is sitting at the kitchen table trying to tune the battery-powered radio. "Piece of junk," he mutters, just before a voice comes booming into the room. "It works," I say, and then remember my father's sarcasm remark about being observant. I wait for him to say something, but he just keeps fiddling with the knobs. Finally, he tunes into a weather alert about a flood warning. "What a surprise," my father says. "A flood warning." The sarcasm is directed at the radio. For lunch, we each eat a banana and an untoasted bagel with peanut butter. Then my father says, "Might as well begin cleaning up the yard. There's nothing else to do." "I wish we could talk to Uncle Weldon," I say. "Well, we can't. The phone doesn't work and the roads aren't passable." We work in the yard all afternoon. By the time the light fades, most of the branches have been piled up to use for kindling when they dry out. The trees will be cut up later with power saws. My father starts to walk toward our dark house. I stand in the yard for a moment and look all around. Maybe I will see Rain's eyes shining in the last of the daylight. I stare and stare. Nothing. I have trouble sleeping that night. I lie in bed and think about Rain. I get up 5 times and check the front porch to see if she's followed her nose home, but I don't see her. Finally, I fall asleep. I don't wake up until morning when my father knocks on my door. He steps inside and says, "School is going to be closed indefinitely." He's carrying the battery-powered radio. "Is Rain on the porch?" I ask. My father sighs. "No." "What are we going to do today?" He gestures out the window. "The sun is shining. It's a little warmer. We can work in the yard again." "Okay. How long do you think indefinitely is?" My father shakes his head. Rose, indefinitely is indefinitely. It means they don't know. So indefinitely implies uncertainty. I don't like uncertainty. Couldn't someone make a guess? I ask. I really need to know. Sorry, you're going to have to wait. My father holds out the radio. I've been listening to the news, he says. The power is out everywhere. Millions of people are in the dark. Millions. It could take weeks to restore it, and your school won't open until the power is back. But I need my routine. Most of all, I need rain. My father and I eat dry cereal and crackers with peanut butter for breakfast. Then we step into our yard again. My father looks at the fallen trees. I walk toward Hud Road and look at the water. It seems a little lower in our yard, but all around me I can hear a loud whooshing sound, whooshing and roaring. The little brooks have become streams, and the streams have become rivers. I can imagine that if they washed away our bridge, they washed away other things, bigger things and smaller things, houses maybe, and all kinds of living creatures. I look at the power lines that still lie across Hud Road. I look in the direction of the Luck of the Irish and see the trees that have fallen across the road, blocking the way. I realize it will be a long time before Uncle Weldon can visit us. Late in the afternoon, when my father is getting tired of buzzing through trees with his chainsaw, I see someone making his way along the road. "John!" my father calls. The man waves to him. Then he waves to the side of the road and stands near the spot where our bridge should be. "Guess you're stranded," says John, who has a prime number name, 47, and who may be someone my father knows from the Luck of the Irish. My father puts one hand on his hip. He wipes his brow on his sleeve. "Yep, it'll be a while before this is fixed. Maybe I can build a temporary bridge over the stream. Hear any news?" "The flooding around here is terrible," says John 47. "Whole towns washed away. Not ours, but others. People's houses gone. Plenty of others will have to be condemned. Don't know where the owners will go." My father shakes his head. What a mess. By the time my father and I go to bed, I realize that Rain has been missing for 37 hours. Another number that is prime, but not good. I lie in my bed wearing layers of clothing because the house is so cold. I listen to the rushing water outside. For the first time, I think that maybe Rain has gotten so lost that she won't be able to find her way home after all.